Hey guys, Loco88 here. Today I'm bringing you back some more World of Tanks. Now it's been quite some time since I've done World of Tanks on the channel, as it's not one of the most popular series I actually do, but I know some of you like it, so I decided, as I've had some replays saved up, to make a couple of videos for you guys to see. Now this video today is going to be showing you two clips highlighting the strengths and weaknesses of the Object 704, the Tier 9 Russian tank destroyer. Now I have done a video on this previously, which you guys may have seen. But like I said, I want in this video to show you one of the main strengths that it has, which is its powerful gun, the BL10. Now, we're going to look at the bottom stats now of the BL10. As you can see, with normal and piercing rounds, it does an average penetration of 286mm, with an average damage of 750. Once my crew's been upgraded on this, the reload is around about 16 seconds, so it does pack quite a punch. It's got a realistic reload time, the damage and the penetration which it actually has. Now in this first clip, as you can tell here, we're on Tundra. Now what I want to do is be aggressive with the tank and actually move up towards a hill following the heavies and the medium tanks up there to try and get off some close quarters shots, as this gun can be quite troll against more specific armour at range. Now there's already been a clash up here so far, some tanks are taking damage. Now what I want to do is try and find a position so I can actually take some shots off. MX-51 just gets a hot shot on me which bounces and then pulls back. My gun hits him, it's going to devastate him. Now I was trying to get lined up. It is a bit crazy up here at the moment in time. There's a lot of tanks around me. It's going to be difficult for me to get a position to fire from, especially using a turretless tank destroyer. One thing I'm doing is getting around this side now, see if I can get a shot down. I'm worried about getting shot in the side here though. It's the only problem. There is a Lorraine over there. I'm thinking this guy in front's got to push back and I can get a shot off. Still trying to get a position. Completely missed. Completely missed. It hit the ground just below, which was extremely unfortunate, as that guy would have been wrecked. A few more shots, which to bounce. Trying to get aim now at the 50. Hit the turret, and he's down. As you can see, the arm has been quite effective up to press. Unfortunately though, the gun the first time missed an easy shot and managed to get a clutch shot on the second one though, which kind of made up for it. But we lost out on about doing 750 damage, so that is unfortunate. What I wanted to do now is move up onto hill to try and get a vantage point over the surrounding areas so I can fire down at tanks around us. I can see a couple of targets over here, the T-34 and the Type 61. Once again, the gun misses. Get spotted, bounce of a shot. With this tank, with this, when you, well, I went through, but I was about to say, when you do slightly angle the this tank, the armor does really work really well at medium to long ranges. Now a big hit there on the T-34, doing its 609 damage and taking it out of the game. Even though this gun has high penetration and high damage, the reload is reasonable, like I've said, but it's just the accuracy can be pretty poor. Sneak attack on the T-34 too there, taking him out of the game also. Now the team's in the lead at the moment in time, but there is quite a bit of pressure applied towards us, so I need to keep up the fire, keep this gun singing, and just do what I can. T-20 Proto. I'll take him though. Unfortunately, I'll take a massive hit from the RHM, the Borsig, who's over there being sneaky. What I basically want to do now is try and get a position where I can get a shot over at him. Now we're still in the lead at the moment, but I'm still wanting to apply the pressure onto the enemy team to make sure we retain this lead. The RHM takes out our Lorraine 40T. I'm moving forward now to try and get a position where I can actually take out the Borsig. So I can't really get the pressure, so I edge back. No problem. It's So 5 kills so far for 1245 damage. Not a lot of damage needed, as the tanks which I've been killing have only really had low health. Now we started getting slightly capped for a moment there. I'm looking down, I can see this Indian peasy. I can actually kill him in one hit. There's a Waffenträger Panzerfähre at the back, but I want to rush him and hopefully avoid the shot from the Waffenträger, which I do. See what's in Panzer, take him out with ease. Now all I need to do is move forward to the right, close the gap and move into cover so he can't get a hit on me. As you can see, this gun, when it does actually hit its target, it is devastating, especially on the medium tanks and tanks that aren't as heavily armoured as ones you can meet, say, at tier 10, or some of the heavies at tier 9. But it's just the accuracy can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Now, I'm worried about this situation here because I've got one of these Waffenträger Panzerfähre. I'm unsure which gun it's got. Now, I know one of the guns it's got of that size could pretty much take most of my health off, and there's still a lot of dangerous tanks left, so I'm not wanting to be taken out. Now, there is a Tiger 2 which is coming up behind me. I'm waiting for him to come up to assist me. Hopefully see if he can bait the shot or even take the shot, and then I can go around and kill him. Because I can't kill this tank in one shot. But I see we're still in the lead at the moment, so I feel that I'm able to take my time while I wait for the Tiger 2 to come up and reinforce me. So Tiger 2 starts coming up. I wanted to come around here and try and actually angle, but he decides to go around, which I don't know why he's doing that. He's kind of wasting a little bit of time. And look at the minimap as well, which I didn't realise till shortly after. The IS-3 is also coming to the same position, which I really didn't need to, and it is wasting time. All I needed was this Tiger 2 just to angle out, basically side scrape a little bit, take the shot, fire at him, and then we could have actually killed him. But he's taking a shot in return from somewhere else. I'm basically having enough. I'm going to try and get a shot now. Take a big hit. Tiger hits him. I aim same on fire. Take him out. So that's exactly what I was trying to avoid, taking that much damage. As there is still a Jagdtiger and a Lorraine 40T in play. Now what I'm deciding to do is move along the riverbed to the last known positions of the enemy tanks. Hopefully with our Centurion being high, as you can see now, he's now spotted the Jagdtiger. Unfortunately, IS-3 Tiger 2 are in their line of fire, so I want to try and get up here as quickly as possible. Get a shot off, but it could be a tricky nut to crack with the Jagdtiger. Tiger 2's down, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. Hit his shot. It's almost dead, and I need to try and get finished off before his Lorraine comes in play. Aim. Take shot with the lower glacier and took him out. So the only remaining tank now is the Lorraine 40T, who is auto-loaded, but where is he? Last time I spotted it was the complete other side of the map. Oh, and then he sneaks up behind a Centurion, who's then dead. Now, I pretty much I know at this point he's going to come and look over this edge, so I gain position, get ready to pre-aim, and he's down. Simple as that. Even though it was a 9-kill game, unfortunately the damage wasn't as high as I would have hoped it to be. It was 3,627. Still a decent game though, a lot of kills, but I would have hoped to have got a lot more damage. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. So all in all, really good game. We've got an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge with over 1300 base experience. We've got a Radley Walters medal, decent amount of damage, and I managed to actually make some crates from this game. So even though it wasn't particularly a high amount of damage with the kills, I got, anyway, just because of the impact of the gun, I still managed to get a good result. Now as you can see, we're on Highway. It's a pretty nasty matchup. The chance to win is 49%, which isn't too bad, but there's a lot of tier 10s and a lot of heavily armoured tier 10s on the opposite team, which is, it can be difficult for my gun to actually penetrate. But there is some other juicy tanks like the AMX-50B, the Waffenträger Alpha 100, and the Waffenträger Alpha Panzerfahr. So there is quite a few other tanks which should be easy to penetrate, some to moderate, and there's going to be a few which are going to cause some problems. Now, once again, as always, with my tank destroyers, I don't like to be one who sits back and camps, so I'm deciding to head into the city along with the heavies to support them there at close range. Like I said, with my gun at long range with the BL10, it can be difficult and it can be quite troll, especially with the accuracy, and even the penetration sometimes doesn't work at long range. Close and personal, I know it's going to do me a lot better and have a better chance of actually helping the team from back there, instead of waiting for the enemy to kill everybody else and push through and I've got to deal with them on my own. So by the looks of it, I've got a lot of support coming up here. The Waffenträger Alpha 100 is coming up as well. We've got a lot of heavies, and looks of it, a couple of high tier mediums. Waffenträger Alpha Panzerfahr have gone up north with a T28 Proto defending the base. I don't really mind this map if there is a tank like the Proto sat back watching the base. It stops light tanks getting through, and it's always handy to have someone hanging back just to keep an eye on things. So now I'm moving along the National K line, which could be a bad decision because there isn't much room for manoeuvring when I am down here. It can get difficult, especially with a lot of tanks coming this way as well. Nevertheless, I'm going to push on and hopefully get into a decent position where I can take some fire at the enemy. Now just checking behind me there. I've just basically waited. Enemy Waffenträger's just come out there, took a shot and missed, but takes damage in return. IS-8 crosses, which is dangerous to do so, but his luck is also has no tanks on the railway tracks at the moment. I'm just basically waiting to try and get a shot here. And luckily it didn't manage to get another shot at me. I do 685, which is below average, but then an IS-8 finishing him off. So that's one scary tier 10 tank down. Currently the team's doing pretty decently. Do a lot of damage to their high tier tanks. And it looks at the minimap, there's no actual to the northwest, there doesn't seem to be any real problems there at the moment. We're here to try and take a shot at the Waffenträger Alpha Panzerfahr. Not sure where that went, but you can see with the armour, managed to bounce a couple of shots. E3's in position there, which I'm worried about. Move out of line of sight from the tanks down the train track. I'm trying to push up now to this corner to assist. Trying for the lower plate. And somehow where I hit him, managed to ammo rack him. So 1100 damage to the E3, which was an important tank to actually kill. Now the enemy have got a lot of tanks in this area. As you can see to the minimap, it only looks like they've got one tank over there, the STB-1, so I'm confident that our guys can deal with that. So I tend to not pay attention to the minimap at this moment in time, as like I say, I'm confident that can be dealt with and I can just concentrate on what's happening in front of me. Bounce another shot there, 50B. Aim for his cupola. Take a big hit on him. T92 hits me on the side, manages just to track me and doesn't actually penetrate. So still currently on full health. Trying to finish this guy off. And he's down as well. So 2,600 damage so far, 2 kills, it's going strong, but there's still some big tanks around this corner, which I need to start chewing down. And this gun is perfect for it. If I hit relatively weak spots, penetration is enough to go through, and it's going to do sufficient amount of damage. Big hit there on the E75. Waiting for because he wanted to take the shot. Got to finish this E75 as soon as possible. And he's down. Enemy team starting to panic. E100 moves out of the way, leaving the Jaegeru basically trying to use the E75 to be hauled down. Quick checking the mini-map at the moment, it does look like there's only still the STB-1 in that area, and our guys should be able to deal with that quite easily, so no worry there. T28 can see that situation as the STB-1 has just been killed now, so decides to actually move up to support the town. I'm trying to move up this street now, just trying to stay out the line of fire of the Jagdpanzer E100. Trying to see if I can shoot underneath, maybe the E75. Basically trying to find an angle to fire at this guy. Trying to see if I can see the top hatch on it, but I can't. Oh, E100 comes round. Take a massive hit as he's firing heat at me. And it's basically going to be 50-50 if I take out the E100 in one shot, that's the only problem. Damages my gun with another heat shot. Jagdpanzer E100 takes out the IS-7. The scores are now getting close together and I'm getting a little bit concerned. I need to take out these guys as quickly as possible. Trying to shoot the lower plate. Too bad of an angling and it bounces. Now I'm in trouble. Being tracked. Can't get out of the way of this Jagdpanzer E100. I need to get out of his way as quickly as I can. Unfortunately, we don't manage to. So you can see there how dangerous those tanks can be, and even with the penetration this gun has, it still can be quite difficult to actually penetrate through the bottom plate, especially with the angle in which he was at. Now all that happens now is the remainder of the team basically finish off the last of the opposition and we win the game. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. So you can see another Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. I always tend to have good results with this tank. I love it to bits. Recently unlocked the Tier 10 Object 268. As soon as I can actually get some credits to actually buy the tank, I'll be getting you guys a replay out. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider giving it a like. It really helps me out. And I'll see you on the next one.